Copy Pirate Dogtooth. One Piece chapter 879. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, last chapter was pure hype. This chapter was pure, I don't know what it was, but it was greatness. It was a mixture of many things. It had different aspects, and from start to finish, this chapter was an amazing read. Like, just reading it from start to finish, I felt so many different ways. I gotta say, this chapter for me, I really enjoyed it. Now we know Dogtooth got the shine. At the end of the chapter, the stuff that was going down was, how do I say this, very impressive. As you can see, the title of my video, I said copy Pirate Dogtooth. I'm kind of making it like a joke when it comes to Kakashi, copy Ninja Kakashi, because Dogtooth was saying anything you can do, I can do better, and it was kind of badass. It was epic. What I really loved about this chapter is it straight out said that Katakuri is the strongest of the three Sweet Commanders. Now, people are probably thinking we all knew that Katakuri was the strongest out of the three, but there were some rumblings of Cracker being stronger than Katakuri, which surprised me. Now, Smoothie, I think everyone knew that Katakuri was stronger than Smoothie, but some people were saying Cracker might have been stronger than Katakuri because Luffy was fighting Katakuri. I think this put that dead in the water, but I think most fans understood that this guy had a higher bounty than Cracker, was how to say this, in higher status in a sense when it comes to Cracker. Even Capone stated that Katakuri was a big problem, the biggest problem on Big Mom's crew. So there was so many evidence towards Katakuri being the strongest Big Mom pirate other than Big Mom. So I'm just happy that it was confirmed, so there'll be no more talking about Katakuri's not the strongest Big Mom pirate other than Big Mom, because there was the rumblings. Now, most people understood that this guy was probably the vice captain, and it definitely is the strongest of the Sweet Commanders, but just to have it confirmed is, how do I say this, amazing. And I gotta keep it real with you guys. Probably one of the best moments of this chapter is when Luffy, he goes Elephant Gun, Gear 3rd, and gets the Armor Haki Punch to test his strength against Katakuri, and out of nowhere, Katakuri pulls out a bigger Elephant Gun, a more powerful one, and overpowers Luffy. This is what I love, because in the Cracker battle, what I really loved is the Biscuit was overpowering base Luffy. But with Katakuri and Luffy, we really haven't seen Katakuri overpower base Luffy in a lot of attacks. So we see moments where he would make Luffy stuck or something like that, but this was multiple attacks that Katakuri was botting base Luffy, and the final one was the Elephant Gun, pretty much saying that anything you can do, I can do better. Because honestly, I still don't think that Katakuri has gone all out. Luffy is starting to try a little bit, while Katakuri's not even trying as hard as he's joking around. So definitely this battle is where I'm liking how it's going. Now we're probably gonna see something Gear 4th soon, maybe a new gear after that, and Katakuri has to go all out and showcase new moves that we have never seen before. So definitely I'm enjoying the battle. How do I say this, yo? People have been telling us, yo, let's get out of Whole Cake Island, let's get to Wano. Yo, the end of Whole Cake Island is hectic right now. I want to stay and enjoy this. It's been pure hype, and this might have been a small moment, but whenever Katakuri, how do I say this, we see moments where he's predicting the future or seeing into the future, I get hyped. I don't really care if it's a small moment. This was a small moment when he's like, oh, so Luffy, you're gonna test your power. He pretty much knew Luffy was gonna go with the Elephant Gun, and this is hype moments. His observation haki showcasing how overpowered it is. Honestly, I don't know how Luffy's gonna deal with this character of Katakuri's strength. His Armor Haki seems legit right now. He's using Armor Haki in the battle. His fruit ability is hacks. He's pretty much copying Luffy, and he has an amazing observation haki. This guy deserves the title of the strongest Sweet Commander. Big Mom has a special pirate under her. Definitely hype stuff for Dogtooth, aka Katakuri. Now, another move that was kind of cool was when Luffy did the Hawk Gatling, and then Katakuri went the multi-arm Gatling. It was funny because it wasn't the same as Luffy, but he just added a bunch of arms to make it better than Luffy's attack. So he even said, like, whatever you do, I'm gonna do it better. So this was kind of the perfect definition of him saying, anything you can do, I can do better. You guys know that song, yo. So Katakuri with the multi-arm Gatling. How do I say this? It was pretty badass. And then Luffy also tried to do Hawk Stamp Katakuri. Honestly, Katakuri is a tall dude. Plus, let's be honest here, this guy has the same ability as Luffy, stretching his limbs. The nasty kick he did to Luffy, it's funny because Luffy has the badass names to it, Hawk Stamp, but Katakuri just doing like base attacks. He's not even naming it, he's just copying Luffy and just kicked the crap out of Luffy's face. The blood was coming out. Now, last chapter, it kind of hyped up Luffy, how Luffy grabbed Katakuri and bring him to the mirror world and kind of seemed like he had control. This chapter changed the control all the way to Katakuri's side, so maybe we're gonna see something crazy next chapter, but I'm loving the battle. Jinbei, Jinbei. I'll tell you right now, the beginning of the chapter where we saw Jinbei pretty much preaching to the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates, he pretty much said that it was a victory, Pedro's sacrifice was a victory, we got to keep on pushing forward. Brook kind of felt some type of way because Jinbei just came out of nowhere and started saying this kind of stuff. You got to understand that Jinbei doesn't have the same relationship with Brook, Nami, and Chopper that he has with Luffy. Luffy and Jinbei's relationship is crazy. We saw Marine Ford, we saw after Marine Ford, and so definitely that's why when Jinbei says these kind of things, sometimes they take it a little back. Now, Fishman Island, they did has interaction, but still, I want to say this. What I really loved about this was Jinbei pretty much gave the same kind of speech he did to Luffy when Luffy lost Ace. Jinbei's like to Luffy, what do you have left? Think about what else you have in the future, moving on. And definitely that woke up Luffy from the grievance of losing his brother. This kind of woke up the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates, like, we got to move forward, we got to do better. And I'll tell you right now, Jinbei, he's bringing out these speeches kind of like how Zoro does. Like, remember Annie's lobby, in Water 7, I mean, when he talks about how Luffy and respect. Zoro, Jinbei, they're having similar moments when it comes to speeches. So definitely these guys are going to be the voice of reasons, and Jinbei's already showcasing how much of a respect he's going to get from the Straw Hat Pirates. I told you guys already, Jinbei's kind of he's the veteran coming to the crew, a former warlord, the experience he has. The Straw Hat, people tell me Jinbei, he's too overpowered, we don't need him on our crew. We're going up against Yonkos. The Straw Hat Pirates need a Jinbei right now. We need a Jinbei, to be honest. Honestly, we need more than a Jinbei, but to have him on the crew, that's something that we should be thankful, not being angry about having a character this powerful on the crew. I respect it. This was an epic moment. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little shook. I got a little shook when Big Mom was walking on the water, because I thought it would be a part of Big Mom's power. I gotta keep it real with you guys. When Big Mom was walking on the waves, I thought it was her own ability. Even Jinbei was shook, like, whoa, this is impossible. She can't do this. Jinbei was scared a little bit, like, yo, what's going on? But definitely we find out that was Peril Sparrow's Candy Sea Slug. And this just showcases how scary the Yonkos are. The Yonkos themselves are very scary. They're the most powerful pirates in the New World. But they have so many different underlings under them. So many different characters on their crew that are so hacks and overpowered in different ways. And this guy just took a freaking nuke to himself, an explosion, a missile, and he just lost an arm, and he's still helping out Big Mom in a big way. He's like, it was epic. Speaking of Peril Sparrow, I want to mention that new candy arm. That was pretty badass. And he was talking about how whenever my candy arm melts, I'm gonna think about you guys. He wants to make the Straw Hat Pirates suffer for what they done to him. The Jaguar Mink, he was really angry about what happened to Pedro. He was hating on Pedro heavy in this chapter, and I did think it was kind of cool how he was just chilling on Big Mom's hat, Napoleon, talking to Napoleon, and Big Mom's just walking. It just showcased how powerful Big Mom is, that she's carrying her first son and just walking, and it was a funny combination. It kind of reminds me of, like, how do I say this, Yu Yu Hakusho with the older Toguro and the younger Toguro, and that combination. It's always funny seeing that whole situation there, but I thought it was cool. I also want to mention Pudding, multi-personality, bipolar, schizophrenic Pudding, with her evil eye, the 3 eyes, and then her good Pudding, bad Pudding. I'll tell you right now, when they were talking about Lola and how she used to be a minister of the Chocolate Town and everything like that, it kind of made me understand why Pudding was kind of, because there early in Whole Cake Island, Pudding was showing good signs of emotions. She cared for Lola, but when she became evil, we all didn't understand why she was so caring for Lola. So we're understanding that this multi-personality, there have been signs before this. Some people were angry that Oda pulled the multi-personality because everyone was debating evil Pudding, good Pudding. To have it be both, a lot of people were angry about that, but it kind of did make sense that Oda was planning it throughout the whole Cake Island. It was not something that he pretty much just said he was going to do, so definitely I want to say that was kind of cool. Now I definitely want to say Pound, like when Pound was saying, "Oi, come here, little chief," like, I'll be honest with you, they should have went back and picked up Pound. Pound was a real OG. That's your father. I'm just joking, but that was a pretty funny moment. And the last thing I want to talk about, it really wasn't a part of the actual chapter. It was a cover story. Sai, I'm telling you right now, the ass whooping that Sai took, the beating he took from his former fiance, she's powerful. I've told you guys right now, hands, feet, the neck, this lady is not a lady, She has a strength even surpassing a man's strength. She reminds me of Miss Monday, yo, and she just whooped his ass. I gotta say right now, Sai, you lucky you got baby 5, because that would have been a huge L, and then to have nothing after, yeah, definitely would have been a huge L. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this chapter? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Honestly, I think this chapter was amazing. Now, One Piece 878 was the hype chapter that everybody was going crazy, but 879 for me personally, it was more the calm. It kind of was in between 878 and 877 in a sense where we saw different aspects, and I think I enjoyed this chapter a lot. Now, did I enjoy it more than the last one? I'm not too sure right now, but I think they both were great in their own aspects. So definitely, I enjoyed this chapter so much. I love reading it, from the moments of Katakuri versus Luffy to Jinbei to Big Mom and Pedro. I gotta say, this chapter was, how do I say this, straight lasagna. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this chapter? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was alright? I want to hear you guys' opinion. I love reading you guys' comment sections, seeing what you guys say. I know a lot of people are excited for this chapter to see Dog2 versus Luffy. Maybe some people wanted more of it. I think we're gonna get more of it next week, and just hopefully, yo, I'm so happy there's no break, so hopefully that trend continues. Like and share if you enjoy, like and share only if you enjoy, and subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the Legend Mac, and I'm gone.